Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Dead End here in City Skyline, where last episode, guys, we built our very own cargo airport to the point where we're now shipping out and accepting goods in and out whichever way they want to go via the air. We got airmail on the scene, boys, airmail. Today we're going to continue some expansions. I want to take a look back at Lost Wages. We did a little bit of expansion going on with it last episode, but I want to do some more and kind of get it all bulked up, ready for when we build some kind of a theme park on the outskirts of it. I want to take a look at some of the problems that we do have as well with the out of region traffic coming in and out. And as well, guys, if you are enjoying this series and this episode, then make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new here, make sure you do subscribe so you're notified when the next episode does come out. But here we are. This is what we got in last episode right now. Beautiful, beautiful cargo airplanes. I believe this one has just landed with 100% cargo filled on board. As more time's gone on, I thought we're going to have a few little issues here and there, but the cargo line seems to be holding up just nice. So I'm really, really happy about that. Now, what I want to talk about first before we take a look at Lost Wages is, remember the problem I had? Vehicles like to come in. They seem to be going up, going around the roundabout to then kind of go back out. And it was happening over at the other side over here too. And I asked you guys, what did I do to fix it? I remembered what I did to fix it. And I've kind of done it over here. It's a weird bug. I don't know why, but it seems to happen when it's one road that goes out the region that does both in and out. When you split it into a single like I've done here, I mean, ignore the airplane. It seems to be okay. In a weird way. It seems to kind of be okay. There's no backlog. And I kind of tested it on that one to see if that was the problem. And it is. Now it's got a ton of traffic here that I need to kind of sort out. So it's a really weird issue. I don't know why it does it. I really don't know. But when you then singularize it, so in and out is two different routes, then there's no issues. It's a weird one. It's a weird bug. I have no idea why. But all of a sudden, this road is really quiet in that roundabout because it's deleted all the traffic that was coming in to go straight back out. That's what I did to fix it. There we go, guys. If you ever have that issue, that's how you solve it. But anyway, Lost Wages. We built downtown Lost Wages last episode with all these kind of high skyscrapery tourist commercial buildings. I want to get some offices in, and I want to get some more unique buildings in for this area for the tourism anyway. Someone left a comment saying, yo, Seniac, did you delete your VIP casino? And I'm like, no. Then I watched the video back and went, oh my goodness me. You know what? There was a casino here, and it was causing so much traffic demand, wasn't it? What happened to that? I did not delete it. It's automatically just disappeared, but I don't know what it was. Was it this one? That's the super casino. It's the VIP casino, isn't it? It is. Honestly, guys, I don't know what's happened to it. Where did it go? Maybe the assets broke and it's kind of completely been deleted from my list. So it's now skedaddled out of the game. Maybe that's what it's done. I'm looking around real quickly right now and I can't see it. It's definitely not here. What's this? A Centurion Casino? 90,000? Oh, hello. There's some additional ones I haven't got in. So it looks like, unfortunately, then, we no longer have that big casino. Sad times. The only place I haven't checked right now is the landmarks, but I don't think it'll be in here, right? We have the casino hotel. Ooh, damn. Okay, so we need to do some more growth, don't we? So let's work with this area a bit more in general. Now, this is a one-way system, which I'm now going to upgrade. So the reason it was one way is because we originally had all that really, really mental traffic. But now that it's gone, we can set up some nicer systems. Did that slightly move then? That's weird, isn't it? But drop these down. Just got more of a run. And I really want to bulk this area up a bit more. Why did that turn into a bridge? We will never know. We will never know. I'm going to also just move this posh mall just over here for just a second, while I get more roads all connected. So I know there's like double junctions nearby and all that kind of jazz. Is that slightly going down? Oh, that's on a little bit of a hill. I did not even realize. But we'll get this all connected and it'll look really, really, really good. So we'll do the walkways first. And I'm going to bulk this area up like you've never seen it bulked up before. I'm going to anarchy this through so they can completely walk through it to there. And I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm not quite sure what the middle point is, but I'm going to kind of pick here. So bam, bam, bam. So they can walk through. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And get some of that stuff down then. So let's take a first look at this posh mall. So some of the stuff is quite important to get down. I think it would be quite a good idea to get some of it kind of slightly connected in anyway. That might be it too. I feel like I need something here. You know what I mean? Right, let me completely tear through that. Let me delete this. Delete you, and we'll start again here. Where is it? I can do a little cross in there, it's not a problem. But can I move that posh mall now? Please tell me it'll fit in here. Oh, it slightly overhangs, that's okay. It could go this way. Do you know what? I'll do it there, just for the funsies. We'll slightly center it there, which is all good. And on the road side of it, we're going to do some crossing. So build a crosswalk right now. So we'll grab one just there, as close as we can get to them. Drop one there, and I might as well do the same thing tearing through it here. Innit? To be honest with you. So I know there's lots of little double crossings, but we got the big car parks all set up. It's going to look really, really good in the end. Trust me. Because we're going to bulk it up like crazy. Right, roads, crosswalks, one just there. Happy days, mate, happy days. So get rid of you and you for the zoning side of it. And let's get more of this stuff in then. So I know we got the casino hotel I can get in, which I think I'm going to squeeze that. Let's get it on this side, just smack bang there. How does that look? Ooh, damn. That does look good. That does look good. And we're going to build the theme park over here as well at some point. So, any other landmarks? Now I've got the money. I can spend a little bit on getting all the other stuff that I kind of forgot and missed out on. So, anything here right now? We've got the Super Casino. I don't know whether this was it, the Super Casino, but it is 4.5 million. So, I'll still hold out a little bit on that right now. This first one, there's nothing really new. Oh, I could do the City Arch. Coming into this section, do you reckon? Right, it's going to slightly delete them buildings. But drop that City Arch in just there into this area. Because it's going to be a little bit different, this area is. It really is. So, transport towers, none of that. The Grand Mall would be a good one. But again, this is another huge building. If I got that slightly centered a bit more. So get this slightly centered. Oh, I thought I was on the move it tool then for a second. There we go. And we'll also do the walkway. Tearing through down to here. I don't know whether I'll do it on that side, but I'm trying to make everything as walkable as possible. And then we'll eventually plant down some trees and stuff. So nothing there. Start over here. Nah, not feeling any of these. Now, we have the services building. We have the science center. We have the expo center. Again, another very, very important building. Which I'll place that just there, centered just for now. And let me just see if I've got anything else I can quickly squeeze in around it. Unless I need to reposition it. We have the stadium. We have the modern art gallery museum, which I can get borderline dead in the middle. The sea and skyscraper building. See, that might be a good little shout just there. We also have this over here, the other casino building on the other side. So there's two tall skyscrapers either side of it. And if I go back down to the walkways right now, if I get you tearing down just here, you tearing just up there, so they're kind of even on both sides. So very walkable. Nice. So we've got all these buildings kind of overhanging and overlooking in a really weird way. We need to kind of break up the skyline a little bit. So back to the road situation, and let's kind of slightly change how some of this now progresses and works. So I think we'll come up by... I'll come up by 15. That's 14, Seniac. What are you doing, boy? What are you doing right now? So 15... And that is a... Okay, so if I do a 6 by 6... Alright, I'm going to try something just out here. 6 by 6. 6. That's a 6 by 7. 6 by 6. Straight down to there. Or do I kind of bring this up by 15? And instead do it from here instead? Bring that up to there. So we got a little bit more bulky that I can kind of create like a little bit of a U shape with all the style of buildings we've got going around right now. I think so. But that then the Theatre of Wonders. What would fit in here quite nice? We've got the stadium, which would be a good little shout. We've got the Theatre of Wonders. Now if I place that right just there, all them large buildings are taken. We have the aquarium, which is quite a bulky building. Does that hang over slightly? If I got that, oh, dead center there. See, okay, now we're creating a big U with the car parks in the middle. And then the observation tower kind of needs to kind of fall out over around here somewhere. So I'm going to build right now real quickly the entrance to the theme park. So that would come out by, let's bring it out by 10 by 10. And then the usual suspect of a 5 by 5, 5 by 5. And then we can build somewhat, if I kind of think of that there is the entrance point to the theme park. This could be smack bang there. That's a great way to view like the whole surrounding area, isn't it? I mean that the airplanes there are looking a little bit dangerous on the landing on the approach, but they should be okay. Oh, he's playing with fire, boys. He's playing with fire right now. Right, bring this straight across. There we go. There we go. So there's a lot going on in this area. A huge amount of stuff, but I need to fill in all the little nooks and crannies and all the little gaps. Right. So any smaller buildings I could squeeze in, or I think that might be it for now. In terms of little park areas here, there's a few variations of stuff I could squeeze in. Like we have the little kind of... did these fountains, did they ever work? They kind of did, but they were really small fountains. It was kind of like a broken asset, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, we got this here. The Night Spire. Oh my goodness me. How did I forget about this one? The little Night Spire Casino. Right, if I throw that in there. I can get multiple of these in, by the way. The little Oasis pool. So we do have like a couple of little casino stuff by, but that's a little bit too big for my liking. I have another Ferris wheel I could squeeze in, which I think just kind of scanning around the space. I got a little bit of space over there. I could do a cinema. So if I throw the cinema just there, because the rest of it's all going to be built around it. The hotel casino. Right now. So I place you just there on the back of the Theatre of Wonders. Did I get a Ferris wheel in, by the way? I kind of forgot if I did or not. I'm going to squeeze one just there, just for the sake of it. And then we got some restaurants I can squeeze in. So I drop a couple of little restaurants down. Throw it. No, actually, none on this bit, because I want to fill it all with trees. The decoration looked really, really good on this. But if I get a couple just here. And if I squeeze a couple just there. And after the golf courses, I don't think there's anything else, is there? Nothing of, like, interest. No. None of these will look any kind of good around here. Yeah, we'll leave it like that for now. And I want to get the trees all bulked in around the car parking section. And the trees are going to bring this area to life a little bit more. So fill it all up. All the little nooks and crannies will all get covered right now. And then not all of it actually fills in, really weirdly. So we'll have to kind of go around it like a fine tooth comb, filling in what we potentially can. Look at how bulky this area now looks and how much tourism it's going to bring over here. I don't quite know we've got good connections set up for the tourism side of it. Like public transport, it all runs down to here, so we might need like a couple of buses that kind of just go around the Recon slightly. Unless I add in an additional tram line. So I could connect it to this line going down here, but it kind of comes down here around the back, shoots back up, like an additional square. Now that's interesting. That's real interesting, right? We'll come back to that idea in just a second. Is there, yeah, I can like squeeze additional trees in just here. Just like in these little areas where there's nothing. So not much going on just there. Just kind of slightly bulk it up. Little restaurants within the trees. Just down here. La-di-da-di-da. All good. All good. So, it would take a while for the game to simulate anyway and then fully realise all this new stuff is now available. But just look at the views, man. The views that they've got right now. Welcome to Lost Wages, boys. Welcome to Lost Wages, where you are going to lose all your wages. Okay, so before I get the tram line set up, let me get back down on this kind of side of it then. So we have this little bit of a dead space here to utilise a bit of. Now I'm thinking, what would it be the best option? From there to there is a 20, but we're not going to quite go the 20 distance. Right, is that a 10? No, it's a 9. Is that a 10? That's a 10 here. So I could bring this down to, let's say, 15. So that's like 25 I've moved down by. Not really much. And I can then run the rest of this off here with a path. For what reason, I don't know why you would want to kind of come all the way over to here. But there's a little crossing there, go up. I don't know. But the option's there if they need it, basically. Unless I run a little path up to here, to there. There's a crossing just here they could probably utilise. Unless they don't have the ability to cross there. No, they do. And what I want to do then is pause quickly, delete the power grid to here. And place down... That's really weird with the zone inside of it. But I can place down some offices anyway. To about here. Which should be pretty decent. That touches the power anyway, so we're kind of okay on that front. But the power grid just crossing there. It doesn't connect anywhere. Well, it does connect all the way up there, so I could technically get rid of these. Goodbye. So with a little bit of offices down, with this area now nicely bulked up. We've got to think about that public transport side of it, don't we? Because we are going to bring a lot of stuff coming in right now. So if I was to upgrade that road, I think it's best if I do it this way around. Let's go to the trams. Two-way line with the trams. Upgrade the road. So we're coming from down here. Keeping it going. So it can cross just there. Now we'll make it go around the whole area because it will then obviously go up to the theme park we're about to build. We'll then want it to come up this way. Bam, bam. So it's going to go over just there, but I'll do it in just a second. So is it cutting in down here? Yes. So for this one, we have to kind of elevate it as it goes over the bridge. And that's a nice little additional loop there. Now, would I run a line going around the back side of it? Where would that connect up? I mean, it could work, to be honest with you. If I continued from this extension. My only downside with trams is they use the road. And it can cause traffic issues depending on how mental the line is. Right, okay, so Look at the lines I've now got. I've added a loop in here. A loop down there as well. I'm only really then missing a loop around here somewhere, but I don't think I'm going to add that in. This is more the downtown side of it. So if I get it to run on the same lines as all of this, so we'll add in a stop, let's say here. I'll add a stop just there. We'll add in one here, one here. So this one is gonna go up. Yeah. So then I'll add a stop, let's say there. Then one here, and then we follow the natural stops of this line, which you'll then do on the opposite side of the road. Oh, it's a little bit tight to squeeze that one in there, isn't it? Which, like I said, I'm hoping it's not going to cause too much traffic issues. We'll have to fine-tune these lines anyway, to like adding or reducing the amount of trams on it, depending on what the demand is going to be. There we go. So that's all in. So we'll start on this side next then. So we're going to create a new line. And a stop there. And a stop there. We'll do one just there before the junction. One there. One there. And then heading back on the same run that we have going up. And there we go. And then one on this side of the tracks. So really increasing the aid of the public transport. So I won't adjust them just yet because we don't really know what demands there is going to be until the demands happen. But it makes this whole side of Lost Wages right now really heavily connected. Oh, it looks good, doesn't it? It is starting to look real good right now. So what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to build a theme park here, but I'm also going to attach it to a... Now, the questions are nature reserve or city park. Because I want to incorporate some stuff around the waterfront. A few little walking areas as the city kind of spells out, rather than just kind of come to a complete and utter stop. So I'll let you guys kind of give me some ideas or suggestions on what I could potentially do with that. But I think as well, another form of public transport that would be really good within this whole area that's filled to the brim with tourists would be taxis. Weirdly enough. So if I built a taxi depot, which, where do we pull it? That's a serious question. Where do we put a taxi depot, boys? Maybe like over in this area. Or down one of the back streets. I think where would be kind of like a little bit of a good idea to kind of hide one away. Unless it does go over. Okay, I can. You know what? I'll squeeze in over here. Nah, do you know what? No. I feel like it would also kind of need like its own miniature area. Oh, okay. Before we do that, then let me actually sort the parking out. Obviously, we don't want any parking around these. The whole reason I built a car park is to push these guys into it. Plus, I need to free up the road for the trams. So they'll fill the buildings up first, and then they'll move over to the car park if needs be. But yeah, get rid of all the parking ability for everywhere in Lost Wages, around this side of it anyway. There's no need for it. We've got car parks. And even the buildings around it, they're like big enough where they've got their own car parks and stuff set up for it. So get rid of all this real quick. Because we need the roads to be as free as possible. Alright, just this little section now. It's like the downtown section where if you want to park anywhere, you have to pay for parking. And these guys are going to love it. Now I'm getting rid of parking here, but... either park in your houses or you get the tourist parking in your residential streets. And you don't want that, do you, boys? Right, everything on this side is then taken care of. At least I believe so, anyway. Or there's a little section just there. I believe so. There might be something that I've kind of missed. Who knows? But yeah, real good. So yeah, the taxi side of it then. I was going to originally get something maybe connected up or built in between here. But I don't know whether that will kind of throw a little bit of the spanner in the works. If I was to... that's a bit too close. An 8 by 8. Would that be too much of a connection? I don't know if it would or not, but I can utilize this to build a little bit of a taxi hub. Alright, so that should be a 4x4 in the bend. There we go. Just run this down to here. And the taxi little hub here. So, does it give like so many cars off? No, we'll get the 2 down there. Alright, let me pause for a second. So I've got 2 in there then. And then we just need to place like the taxi stands here and everywhere. So again, like I said, the taxi depot works as a garage and a repair shop for taxis, cabs between work shifts. And then the stand, a taxi cab stand is not busy. Oh, when a taxi cab stand is not busy, it returns to the closest taxi stand and wait for a fare unless the depot is closer. So the depot is slightly out the way. We will drop one kind of anarchied in the airport, which would be kind of like a good little thing. I think that's the best way to do this, is to anarchy them in. So drop one there. I'm gonna... can't drop one within the building here. But we'll get one just there. We'll get one just here for the big pyramid building. One just here. I'll get one anarchied in for the metro, not metro, sorry, the little hub there we've got. Get one thrown in just there. One just over here. I feel like we need one around here somewhere. It's a bit of a tough one, isn't it? Because how their road is all kind of connected up. One at the Gulf. I know there's like 3 really close by. There's one there. I feel like we need one over here. Squeeze it in just there. So there's lots going on right now. We'll play that. So do we see the taxis come straight out? I can have the 25 taxis. There we go. Taxis now out and about. I don't know how much that would be utilised. I really don't know. I honestly really don't know how much they're going to be utilised. So that would be interesting to find out. There's a couple of people waiting at the tram stops. There's a lot of people waiting over here at the tram stops. I mean, you've got to give it time though to kind of just simulate through to see where the actual real demands are, rather than just the initial demand. A few little bits of death lying around over here, isn't there? Now, where's them better crematoriums? I know we got all the capacity and stuff just over here. But I'm going to drop an additional 2 just there. Both different colours. Hilarious. But get a few more hearses on the road anyway. That road's being utilised a little bit more, which takes a little bit of the edge off the actual roundabout itself. And that there's the taxi stand. It's just hilarious seeing it kind of merged in, isn't it? But yeah, not having a parking on the road really opens this area up. Got to give it more time to pass by until trams are all coming. But again, I'm hoping the trams don't accidentally cause too much of a traffic issue. But we'll see. We'll see as time does go on. Now, what's the tourism like in terms of those lines? Does it fall under public transport again? No, it doesn't, does it? It's the tours, isn't it? So we've got a couple there with the walk-in tours. Do I do some hot air balloons? Hot air balloon tours right now. See, that would be good. Slope is too steep. That would be good when I build the little parking, wouldn't it? I think that would be really, really good. The Sightseeing Bus Depot will be another little good one to kind of squeeze in. So if I just kind of place this up here, I did a nice little bus depot route going around. So the hotspot is pretty much here. So if I started it, for example, yeah, if I started it, let's say here, a stop just there, then a stop just here, down the main drag to push in to there, down the main drag again. We'll do a stop just there with the walking one. Stop just here to then come around to there, to there, following this up to there and then connect there. Just a standard little loop, isn't it? I wonder how many were utilised from that. So here comes the little bus right now. It's just the unknown. It's not something I regularly do, if I even do it. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. A lot of those people have now been picked up, but here comes another tram. Good stuff. So we will be getting there, boys. Slowly, but surely. We get in there. Little Ferris wheel on the scene. This is becoming quite the little tourist hotspot, isn't it? I like this. This bulky side of Lost Wages. I really like it. It's coming along quite nice now, isn't it? Right, a few more trees around in this area then. There we go. Get some trees in the little roundabout. And I might as well fill this little area up. Just here as well. Until we decide to do something with it. Might as well go for this little strip. And just kind of go through a few little nooks and crannies around here. Just bulk it up, make it look nice. That's all we can do at this point, is just make it look a little bit nicer. So much invested in Lost Wages right now. The tourism capital of the world. It would be, do you reckon it would be a good idea to see how this place looks on the evening, on the night time? I really think it would. But got a nice little space here to utilise. Not 100% what I'm going to do with that just yet. Definitely know I'm building a little theme park around here and some kind of city park or nature reserve around this little river strip as well, so we can utilise that. The train lines have come to a complete and utter full stop. Something has happened that I haven't clocked on. It's all to do with the airport, isn't it? I thought everything was A-okay. But what the actual issue is with the trains. The problem is with the trains that these little, the little Y section here is not the correct distance. So I've got to push it up a bit more. Because when these little Y section is not the correct distance for a train to fully wait, and it overlaps and hangs on like another area, then you get these issues. So ignore the fact that I'm stretching this all out right now. I've got to sort it all out. But they've got to be the perfect length to hold a train. If a train overhangs, you get this issue. And just by doing what I've just done right there, we're now moving again. It'll take a while to clear it all. But that was my bad. I'm sure I measured it correctly. Maybe I just didn't do it correctly enough. Is the right answer. See, now everything's rocking and rolling, guys. But it'll take a gazillion years right now to sort all this out. Well, is he done? This is why you don't let your boy build a city. I built it too jazzy. Way too jazzy. So, that train doesn't know what time of day it is anymore. But now this is all kind of working. That was the root cause of the problem. All the trains now should slowly be moving. So, it will take a while before that backlog slowly starts clearing all of this. But we'll slowly get there. It also gives me the chance to kind of slightly look at some of these other angles. So, pushing this slightly back. Slightly back a bit more. You know, the full length of a train needs to be on that. So I suppose in these little times of needs, we can view how these slightly look. That length there is perfect. So, yeah. My bad, guys. My bad. But we're starting to clear it down here, which will slowly start to clear this junction, which that junction is actually not long enough either. There we go. And that will now start pushing everything through. GG everybody! GG everybody. But we'll leave it for there anyway. That will now start to clear itself, as you can now see. It's slowly moving. It will just take a little bit of time. But time is all we have at the moment. Time is all we have. But yeah, not too bad. Not too bad in the old Las Vegas. Until next time, guys, I will see you all soon. So, good